Good morning, everybody. Well, welcome to a blustery, rainy, wet, damp, gray April the 1st. Yeah, day number 37 on the Appalachian Trail. 37. Wow. We're doing just fine. Yesterday, well, yesterday was a big day, wasn't it? We got to see Jones Falls, and we passed the 400-mile marker. In fact, I think last night when I was at camp, I think I camped at about the 408 miles. As you saw, beautiful little stream, brook, river, gorgeous little spot. Listen to that babbling kind of water, just gorgeous. Nice relaxing evening. Rain last night, yes it did. Nothing horrendous by any means. Enough to wake me though a couple of times. And I laid there and just listened to it pattering on the fly of my big Agnes copper spur tent. Today, well, day 37 promises to be, well, a challenging day, although I don't think it's too bad as far as climbs. We always have climbs, there's just no way to get around that. But some days are significantly worse than others, although they're all challenging. But today's goal, there is the Laurel Fork shelter, and that would have been, I believe, 13.7 miles from where I camped last night. And then past that, oh, a little less than a mile, I think, is a tenting area. Well, it's not published as a tenting area, it's published just as a stream, a water source, but the comments on Good Hooks or Far Out are very favorable for tenting there. So one of those is my goal. Which one? Well, I'm kind of leaning towards the tenting area. That'd be at about a 14.5 mile marker, I believe. Either way, 13.7 or 14.5, one of those will probably be my goal or my destination at the end of the day. And that's going to leave me, I think, around 7 or 8 miles tomorrow to the Boots Off Hostel, where I have a shared private room, but it's shared, 2 beds, shared with another hiker that we're splitting. That's Stretch. I did see Stretch just this morning as I went past where he camped, along with Papa Bear and, oh, we got like ice pellets falling. Papa Bear and Professor this morning, where they camped. They camped about a mile further down the trail than I did, which is fine, of course. Yeah, we've got ice pellets right now. And that's no April Fool's, by the way. We're really getting ice pellets. We were getting ice pellets earlier this morning when I started. I got on trail about 6 o'clock. So it was dark when I hit trail. Okay. Dark in here too. Okay. We're gonna log some miles. Talk to you in a bit. So very close to here is a shelter, which will be a great little spot to have a sit-down break. Little drink of electrolyte water, maybe filter a little bit of water and top up my drinking bottle, eat a bar, and just relax for a few minutes. And I think that will give me somewhere around maybe 5 miles or something, or 5.7 miles in so far today. I'm not sure. Not that it's so very important. Okay, I can see the shelter from here. Let me show you that through the woods. So there's the shelter right there. If you can see it, trail's gonna go right past it. That's fine. So I think I'm just gonna stop there, take a little bit of a break. And you know what? Life is good. Or at least I think so. Nice little shelter, nice little camp spots around. Perfect. Just a few minutes ago, the sun poked out from behind the gray can see some light along the horizon, a lightning in the gray. It is supposed to, I believe, get sunny. It's surprisingly cold this morning compared to yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. Temperature-wise, mid-70s. The day before that, I'm told it touched 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I was sweating that day too. So yeah, I can believe it. Then all of a sudden, whew, at the higher elevations this morning, we had snow because I walked through there. No snow here because we just finished a descent and now we're climbing again. So day 37 is going just fine. Let's just take a little look at this trail because it is interesting. The whole Appalachian Trail is interesting. One thing about, say, the PCT Trail and about the Colorado Trail, sometimes you can see miles and miles of trail ahead of you. You see little bits like that on the Appalachian, but not much. Pretty much you have no idea what's around the next bend, like 50 feet in front of you. Oh, speaking of hikers, what do we have here? Yep, that is the professor. Okay, let's keep going, guys.
We're going to get there when we get there.
Just take a look at that beautiful view with the character, the sky, the gray, the ominous kind of threatening weather. Oh my goodness. You know what, as a photographer, as a landscape photographer, there's a lot of conditions, a lot of character that I look for in this particular scene. There's a road at the bottom, but it's hard to see. But if there was a winding kind of road going through those mountains, that would be just wow. Or more color than that kind of just sheet of kind of, what do you want to call that? What color is that? Is it gray? Is it charcoal? I don't know. You know, I bet the fall through here, if you were looking at that scene in the fall, I bet it's absolutely amazing. Anyhow, let us keep heading down the trail. We're doing fine. I'm not sure how far to camp, but it's still early in the day, so my shelter is wet from last night. On the outside, of course. I'm always nice and warm and cozy, dry inside my tent, but it did rain last night, so my fly is wet. I was going to stop and dry it out in the wind, and then I thought, well, I'm only, I don't know, 4.5, 5 miles, whatever, to camp, so I'm just going to wait and put it up there. Of course, I'll be staying in my shelter, my tent again tonight. So it'll dry out quickly. Group of hikers ahead of me. It's a group of 3, and that is Stretch, Papa Bear, and the professor. And those guys and myself, probably for the last 2 weeks. Well, last night we did not. No, I camped alone. But probably for the last 2 weeks, we've camped at the same camp areas each night, probably. And tomorrow night, at the hostel, one of the guys, or the guy that I'm sharing a cabin with, a 2-bed cabin, is actually right there in that group, and that would be Stretch. So yeah, we're kind of, again, I'm more like a distant cousin. They seem to, a lot of them seem to hike, you know, just a few feet behind each other pretty much all day long, and it's just not me. I do my own thing. I'm vlogging. I stop when I want. I make a coffee. I make a lunch. You know. But at night, everybody ends up pretty much at the same kind of campgrounds. I just kind of like to do my own thing, go at my own pace. Those guys are faster than me anyhow, which is fine too. Okay. Still breezy, still cold, but certainly brightening. Up there, through the trees, little patch of blue. We're going to get more sunshine, I think, as the day progresses. Hopefully we do, because that would be really nice. Yeah. Wow. Here's some history. Remnants of a time gone by. Is it an old barn? Was it a home? Let's have a look. It looks like it was a barn of some kind. But one time, oh yeah, definitely a barn, I think, for sure. Wow. Oh yeah, interesting little piece of history. Right here in the forest, daffodils. Lots of daffodils. So there was some kind of groundskeeping or cultivation at some point. Wow. Something I love very much is history. In fact, if you watch or follow my second channel, my photography channel, by the way, Gary Clayton Photography, please check that out. Do subscribe. But I quite often talk about history. I love photographing the old barns, the old homesteads from back in the day. The pond right next to where that barn is. This must be the water source. Maybe for the farm animals back in the day, for the homestead back in the day. I have no idea. But anyhow, it's definitely there. Okay. I just took a look at the maps and stuff, and we're doing just fine. I think we're a little over 11, around 11 and a half miles in so far for the day today. What I didn't look at was the time, but that's okay. I very rarely look at the time unless I'm hungry or tired. Is it lunchtime yet, or is it time to go to bed yet? Which I'm pretty hungry and tired most of the time these days, but anyhow. So the day is progressing well. 37 goes fantastic. That wind has been cold, and I think overall it progressively got cooler most of the day today. However, right now we are getting a little more blue sky and sunshine coming through, diffused albeit by some still big puffy clouds, white clouds, but all in all I think we're on an improving trend right this minute, so that's a good thing. Hopefully tonight won't be cold. Last night was not cold, it rained, so I think a cold front came through because it's much colder today than yesterday. But yeah, everything is going just fine. The old barn back there, super interesting. Really liked it. Now somebody's got here, oh, mile marker 420. So I guess we're 420 miles into the Appalachian Trail. Okay, we'll take that. Before you know it, it will be 500, and we'll be pushing 1/4 of the way to Katahdin. Oh yeah, and you know what happens when you get a quarter done? You know what? A half done comes next. Yes, it does. Well, anyhow. Oh, looks like there's a road down here. Oh, possible trail magic? Who knows? Wouldn't that be delightful? I'm not particularly seeing any through the trees, but oh, trail magic would be delightful. Burgers or hot dogs or brownies and coffee. But I'm not seeing anything. There's cars parked, but I'm not seeing any tables or any activity. Haven't really seen a lot of guys on trail. I know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know there's 7 guys ahead of me for sure today, because I've seen those guys, but don't know about anything else. But no. Oh well. As far as trail magic goes, I think it could be a bust. Oh well. Okay, let's keep going. A beautiful forest, beautiful river, beautiful hills and mountains around me, and my camp spot for the night, right on the side of the Appalachian Trail. We're here about, I guess a mile north of the Laurel Falls. This is my camp for the night, and this is the trail in the morning, the way I need to go. Ha! Lots to do tomorrow. Lots to do tomorrow. We've only got about, I think it's about 6 or 7 miles to the Boots Off Hostel. We got a 2,000-foot climb in there. I don't know what the total elevation gain is. I think it's like 2,500 or so in that distance. But I know there's one mountain of 2,000 feet climb. The end of day 37 was 14.7 miles today. I think I'm at 423 total miles on trail. So you know what? Bit by bit by bit, day by day, week by week, we're surely getting there for sure. Hey, I'm gonna make my dinner. I'm hungry, I'm tired. I've been laid in the bunk just for the last hour with the sunshine shining on my shelter, on my tent. It's been just lovely in there, nice and warm, and I just laid on my AirPod on top of my my sleeping bag, and it was just great. I mean, I was just relaxing so nicely. I have lots of good Verizon signal here, so I could catch up on all my email, get all that done. A couple of birthdays to say happy birthday to, and a few other things I had to do online. Watch a little bit of news, see what's going on in the world, and respond to some of my Jasper's Appalachian Trail through hike 2022 comments and questions and so on. So I did get a few of those responded to. Hey, day 37 has come to an end. Day 38 will start, but not until tomorrow morning. You guys have a great night. We'll talk to you later. Good night.